This is the Hyundai Palisade. It's had a makeover and it has a lot of new features. It's been a really popular family SUV since it was introduced in 2020. And why is that? It's because you get so much for the money. For 2023, the Calligraphy, or the top of the line edition, adds things like head-up display, dual pane sunroof, micro suede headliner on the interior, Napa leather seats, something that you really only get in a true luxury car, and then get this, heated third row seats. Come on, let me show you. You can tell this is the 2023 Hyundai Palisade by this brand new grille. It looks like the links of a watch band, if you ask me. It's really beautiful, it's shiny, it has a totally new, updated, and modern look to it. Did keep the daytime running lights and the headlights where they are, but the whole front grille has this really beautiful new look to it for 2023. So back here, Hyundai hasn't really changed very much. The Palisade name is still spelled out across the rear end, which is a trend that we saw in 2020. We've seen every other car manufacturer integrate the badging this way. And then it has the standard Hyundai Palisade taillights, and then H-Track, which is Hyundai's four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive mode. I'll show you more about that on the inside. Inside the Hyundai Palisade, well, the spoilers are all right here, so let me turn it on so you can see what it looks like. The lights and magic immediately show up. So one of the things that I really love is this multimedia system here. So it's elegant, it's easy to see, easy to use. You have some choices there. You can connect Apple CarPlay. You do have to use a wire to connect Apple CarPlay because this is their premium unit and it is not available with wireless Apple CarPlay yet. We hope that they'll correct that at some point. And then there's this really nice, very crisp driver information screen here. You can customize it with a few different features here. Not a ton that you can do there, but it is pretty nice. It's crisp and it's easy to read. And then up here we have a head-up display. So that's also a really nice feature, a very premium feature, something that you usually only see in really high-end luxury cars, but now you have it on the Hyundai Palisade. There is a new steering wheel. It's elegant, it feels good, it's leather covered, so it's easy to hold and feels good in your hands. You have your standard commands here, including your adaptive cruise and lane keep assist, your gap assist or follow distance setting here. And then here we have this, I love this angled command center here. So here is our climate controls, and this is actually a touch screen. So you can touch and get your settings, and you can change your temperature here. And then we have our drive mode selector here. So this is for the four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive system. You can put it in sport. If you would like to put it in sport and drive this car like a sports car, well, you can do that. And here are heated and vented seat options. And then I love this feature. So there's a really nice wide center console here, and it has, they kept this. In fact, we've seen this little cup holder feature pop up in other Hyundai vehicles because this is so clever. And then in here, there is a 12-volt cigarette adapter style power port, and there's a USB-C port. And the USB-C port is something that we're seeing throughout a lot of different cars are adding USB-C ports, instead the C's instead of the A's, or the A's are sort of the more traditional, you know, this kind of thing. And we're seeing the C's because that is becoming quickly the universal standard for charging. So Hyundai has added one USB-C here, and then there are 4 others. There are 2 for the rear and 2 for the third row. Okay, but here's the thing for the driver, and this is the true spoiler. The driver only gets a massaging seat. So there's a little button down here on the side of the seat, and when you tap this button, you can choose your type of massage. Now, they don't really call it massage, they call it ergo motion. And the idea behind the ergo motion seat is that it just moves a little bit here and a little bit there so that your body does not get fatigued while you're driving. Now, I love that they have it for the driver. I wish they had it for the passenger, but I love that they have it for the driver because it is good. All right, so I'm sitting here enjoying my massaging seats, my Ergo Motion seats. I love that there is everything I need right in front of me, but there's a little secret down here, and that is this compartment. So I'm able to put a small thing down here. I can put my phone, I can put a small bag. There's a really great space, and I love that it has this lip. So that means that whatever I put in there is not going to go rolling out when I turn a corner and block my feet under the pedals of the car. Some cars have a flat space there, but Hyundai created a nice little cubby for storage, like for things like a handbag. So the top of the line models in the Palisade get this sunroof here, but there's also a dual panel over here that gives you a sunroof over the second and third row. So second row passengers have a lot of great features, including these adjustable armrests. I can also move my seat forward or back, and I can recline my seat if I want to take a nap, but it gets even better. These headrests are, they call them wing out headrests, so I can actually adjust them, and that gives me a nice little resting spot for my head if I'm taking a nap on a road trip. That is pretty nice. It's a very first class experience. So second row passengers have some nice amenities here. The USB ports are actually embedded in the seat backs here and here. And then here are our heated and cooled seats. I'm gonna turn the cool seat because it is hot today. And then you can also set your temperature. There is a household outlet here, so no one can ever complain about not being able to power their laptop to do their homework. And there is a cigarette style adapter here if you need a second plug or to plug in something here, maybe your cooler, because some things still use that kind of outlet. And then there are door pockets here, seat back pockets here, the speakers here, cup holders here. You get 2 cup holders here, plus there is a bottle pocket here in the door. And then of course the vents, so everybody has lots of cool air or warm air, and our dome lights are right here, so everyone can reach those too. You'll notice here that we have captain's chairs. There's a little pocket there where I can store a phone if I need to stick it somewhere. And then there is this pass-through that I can use to get into the third row. So let me show you what that looks like. And I've made the long trek to the third row. It's super easy. And then if you do need to move the seat, all you do is push this button on the shoulder of the seat and it slides and moves forward. Now, if you have the bench, one of the other models that has the bench seat, you'll need that to get in and out of the third row, but it leaves you a really nice space. And I'll show you there's a step and there's a handle that allow you to get into the third row really easily. If you want to put the center row seats down, well, first of all, you can move them forward or back. And if you want to put them down for to create a flat cargo space, you just pull the lever on the side. But if you're outfitted with the bench seat and you need access to the third row, then all you do is tap this button on the shoulder of the center row seat and it slides and tilts forward. Now, that's just the first thing that helps you to get into the third row. Next, there is a little step right here and there's a handle right here. So all I have to do is put my foot here, grab the handle, and then I can climb easily into the third row and pull this seat back and position it for my comfort. Hyundai made this very easy. But what else do third row passengers have besides lots of space and this really nice sunroof and this really beautiful micro suede headliner? Well, they have adjustable seats so they can also recline their seats. There are heated seats and they have USB ports and cup holders. So all of the amenities, and they have vents, so we have everything that you need for comfort in the third row in the 2023 Hyundai Palisade. Up to the Hyundai Palisade, key in hand, and you wait, and then it does this. It opens the lift gate for you. So that's one nice feature. The cargo area behind the third row is actually pretty sizable. You could fit a couple of strollers, you could fit a golf bag. That's what they always measure this with. But you could fit a lot of things, a lot of book bags. If you're picking up 5 kids after school, all 5 kids' book bags should fit back here. If you need extra cargo space, you can use these buttons to lower or raise the third row. And if you need even more space, you can use this button to lower but not raise the center row seat. And then let me show you this, because there's a little secret here underneath this panel, this floor panel. There is even more cargo space. So you see here, there is plenty of room to store whatever you need. And then they've included a jack for changing a tire. The spare tire is underneath here. You do have to climb underneath there to get it, but that's what AAA is for. Or Hyundai Roadside Assistance, which you get 24/7 for a number of years with the brand new 2023 Hyundai Palisade. The Hyundai Palisade has had quite a few really nice updates for 2023. Luckily, Hyundai did not really reinvent this car all that much. They really just improved it with things the customers asked for and technology and details that the company has been adding to its other vehicles that it knew its Palisade customers would appreciate. It has the same 6-cylinder engine that generates 291 horsepower, so it drives the same, it has the same tow capacity. None of those details have changed. What has changed is you get more for your money at about the same price and a new look on the front end of the 2023 Hyundai Palisade. So how does it drive? Well, that's a refreshing detail. It's great. It hasn't changed at all, and that's really nice. Unfortunately, there also is not a hybrid or plug-in electric hybrid. So if you don't love the fuel economy of the gas engine, well, you don't have a lot of choices. But that's really the truth right now with 3-row SUVs. And if you need a third row, you don't have a lot of options when it comes to the type of powertrain. You pretty much have a gas engine option. So the good news is with the Hyundai Palisade is it starts at about $35,000. It tops out under $50,000 at about $48,500. You do have to add the destination charge. You have a few other details in there, but it puts you right about $50,000, and that includes pretty much everything that you could get in this car. And that makes it quite the deal for families who are looking for that alternative to a minivan. They want all-wheel drive, they want off-road capability, which this has, and they want the nice drive experience, but they don't want the minivan. The Hyundai Palisade is a great option. Another feature that we really love is this, and that is the live view mirror. So here I am, hello, in the mirror, but if I flip this switch, now I get a video view of everything that's behind the car. So if I have a carload of passengers, if I have the car loaded with luggage and gear, I don't have to worry about not being able to see out of the rear window. All I have to do is flip this and I have that live view. So real and live, so mirror and live. There are a lot of really cool functions here on the multimedia system. So projection phone is where you would find your phone. Apple CarPlay or Android Auto would be there. I like this one, passenger talk. So if you tap this one, this allows your voice to be picked up by the microphone, which is up here, and then it's shared through speakers in the rear. And that means that the passenger in the third row can hear everything that the front seat passenger is saying without really speaking very loud. That's a nice feature. Another feature that we have here is Valet Mode. So you can actually use your card key and the valet can drive the car without accessing any of your pre-programmed information. So your home settings on your navigation and things like that would be restricted. Ambient lighting here along the underside of the panels allows you to have really nice lighting inside the car, but then also you can set the lighting for however you'd like to see it. But the nice thing is you can customize your ambient light settings. So all you have to do is go into Setup, Vehicle, and then you want to go down to Lights, Ambient Light, and you can actually select the color. So I have it on Freesia Yellow right now. I can set a custom color if I want. Let's see, set custom color. So I actually can play with this, and you can see here how the light changes to blue, to green, to orange, to pink. I think I might leave it on pink. I'm kind of liking the fuchsia. So yeah, you can set your custom color. You can go back and you can choose one of their preset colors, and then you can choose the brightness. So we are at a 10 right now. We could actually dial it down if we want to. And there it's actually off. Let's turn it way down. So there it's very subtle, or more subtle. And then we can also customize some other things here. So we can, our headlight display, we can look at customize the high beam assist here. We can customize our door settings, digital key, so you can use your phone as a key. And then there are other things, head-up display. So we're able to set up our head-up display as well, which you can see right there. There is the head-up display. It's so easy to see why the Hyundai Palisade is popular with families that need a second row and a third row. In fact, over half fill those rows with children. They also tend to buy the top end of the Hyundai Palisade line, and that's because from the mid-level to the top end, you get tons of great features, whether it's leatherette or Napa leather. You get head-up display, you get push-button seat configurations, lots of great features, lots of great luxuries at a not-so-hefty price tag. And that's what makes the Hyundai Palisade such a popular three-row SUV.